On this Earth Day, we want to take some time to recognize the beauty and the benefits of the monarch butterfly.
It's one of the most recognized species in North America, but did you know that the population is actually dying off? It's partly due to habitat loss and the impacts of climate change.
Next, weather meteorologist Kylie Miller has a closer look at the drastic decline.
Monarch butterflies are well known, but have you noticed they're appearing less? Certain factors are contributing to this as the monarch population declines.
The shrinking population is alarming. Nearly 90% of the eastern monarch population has diminished. With their unique life cycle, monarchs are essential for our planet to thrive. Migrating from central Mexico, flying to the United States and parts of Canada, during their travels, butterflies lay eggs on milkweed, eventually creating a new generation that relocates farther north. The last generation won't reproduce and will fly back to Mexico for the winter. Along this migratory life process, monarchs are experiencing habitat loss, overuse of pesticides, disease, and a warming climate, all contributing to the drop in population.
That they're also experiencing threats related to climate change. So they need a very specific, kind of temperature and precipitation conditions to develop from an egg all the way into a butterfly. And if those change at certain times of the years, they may not be able to quite survive as successfully or be able to reproduce as successfully.
Climate change not only impacts the butterfly survival, but also affects plants. The milkweed plant is known as the host plant for monarch butterflies.
So when you get warmer springs, wetter springs, all of this impacts how plants grow and when they grow, when they flower, the phenology of plants. And if there aren't a lot of resources for a butterfly at a certain time of year when they need them, when they're migrating, then that's going to impact the population. If there's not a lot of nectar out there for them at the time that they need it, it's going to have an impact on the population. So really, the climate change impacting the plants is also impacting the butterflies because they depend on those plants.
Due to the vulnerability of the species, the monarch butterfly is a candidate for listing under the Endangered Species Act. We will know more about this in December 2024. Conservation efforts are happening in many areas in hopes of restoring the population. Locally in Detroit, the Fish and Wildlife Program works with various groups.
So the city has taken a lot of parks that were underused and that were just lawn and is converting those to wildflower meadows. And we've been doing that every year for the last 8 years and trying to connect those habitats. So with other landowners, whether it be a private landowner or a nonprofit, and to make corridors of habitat for pollinators like monarch butterfly.
There are ways you can help too. The Detroit Zoo's Butterfly Garden houses many butterfly species and has tips on helping restore the monarch population.
There are things that your average person can do, and that is plant milkweed, plant nectar plants in your yard if you can. Work with local community to make sure that they preserve existing habitat for monarch butterflies.
Despite their small size, monarchs play a critical role in our environment.
We rely on our natural resources, the air we breathe, our clean water, and our food sources. Monarch butterflies are just one part. For CBS News, I'm meteorologist Kylie Miller.